I'll try.
You might see him on your way out. You'll pass.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
Now, she became a global sensation after her performance on Britain's Got Talent back in April. But even though she came second, Susan Boyle's debut album, which is released today, has already broken records.
Yes, the website Amazon reports that it's become the biggest selling pre-ordered album in history. Last night she performed a track from the album, a cover of the Rolling Stones classic Wild Horses on the X Factor. Let's have a look.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
And joining us now, the writer and broadcaster Nina Mishkov, who was a judge on the talent show New Faces, and Susan's vocal coach Evie Burnett. Very good morning to you both.
Hi there.
Hello.
Well, I mean, she's got a beautiful voice, hasn't she? Were
Yeah.
you proud of her last night?
Absolutely, so proud of her. And, you know, it's what everyone says. The first thing everyone says is the beauty of the voice. That is struck by that. You know, that immediate, you know, the three judges, it was that immediate, oh, wow, this is one heck of a voice.
Yeah.
Are you still working with her now?
Yeah, I'm about to speak to her, actually. Transatlantic warm-up in about an hour.
Because she's off performing elsewhere.
Yes, she's in New York. She's doing the Thanksgiving week on the morning show, Today Show, which is fantastic.
And I'd love to ask you, because I know that, you know, I will ask you in a second, just fascinated with her story is so extraordinary. And she appeared on the X Factor last night, a little bit of a chat on stage. She was asked sort of about this amazing journey she's been on, but she doesn't say a great deal on stage. And she's quite shy, isn't she?
Yeah, and she just loves to sing. And, you know, being interviewed, talking, well, she'll do that, but it's not the thing that she's doing it for. She absolutely loves. When she starts singing, she becomes a confident person in that way. Talking's not necessarily what she loves to do, but she does it fine, and it's. But singing's her absolute passion.
So, Nina, she's a kind of a phenomenon that we haven't really seen the like of before.
Not really, because when she first kind of burst onto our screens, as it were, because everybody had such a preconceived idea of what she could or couldn't do, when she came out and stood there and opened her mouth and sang, everybody immediately was overwhelmed, but also felt guilty for prejudging her. So there's that kind of conscious guilt that we all had for prejudging that. And then at the same time, because everybody at some point in their lives has been misunderstood or feels badly done by, the fact that she has triumphed through this means that she's an inspiration to a lot of people. And the album, and look at the track listing, these songs really reflect that sort of feeling. It's like, I can survive, I will do it, you don't know who I am, proud, I'm going to get through. So it's one of those kind of capitalising on the emotions that she brings to us.
Yeah. And of course, her first song was I Dreamed a Dream, wasn't it?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It couldn't have been more perfectly
Absolutely.
chosen.
But the Wild Horses, I mean, you were talking about the voice, and everybody knew she had a great voice, and particularly considering the way we thought she would sing when we saw how she looked. Not just a great voice, but her voice, it must be down to you, has come on so much, because when I heard that track on the radio a couple of months ago, and they've been playing it, I thought, who on earth is that? Who's the fabulous voice? And I had no idea. It's come on leaps and bounds.
And the difference, you think, is the enunciation rather than the singing as such, is it, do you think?
No, it's the actual quality of the voice. It's the subtlety. There's not just the power, but there's the subtlety. Am I right?
It's. I think to me, what I feel she's improved most in is control. There was always that amazing voice, and what we've worked on together is just to get control of that voice so that she can do more subtlety and, you know, do lovely, soft, beautiful sounds that maybe before, you know, she wouldn't have been able to do. So I think it's just that we've just polished an amazing talent.
Wild Horses is stunning when you hear it. I mean, it is just stunning.
Can I just ask about the performance element of it for her? Because she's never going to be someone who's going to do a show, is she? She's not going to be demonstrative in that way. She stands there, and it's kind of the charm of it in a way. She stands, she places herself and delivers. That's not going to change, is it? I mean, that's her style.
It's difficult to say, because when she's doing something from a musical theatre song, and she acts it and performs it, and when she's doing something like that, which is all about being still and really thinking the emotion, that's how we've done that. So, you know, sometimes when we're rehearsing, you know, she does quite a lot of puts a lot of drama into it.
Oh,
So it
really?
depends what song she's doing. But, you know, for this, certainly for this, I think it was magical that she just stood there and absolutely sung it
Yeah.
emotionally, wasn't it?
Well, I think we can
fantastic.
have a look at some of the other tracks from the album, which, as we've already said, is breaking records already. Let's have a look.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
Some of those songs as we've never heard them before. Did she have well, I don't wonder if you know if they were personal choices or.
She had an input into them. I mean, there were suggestions made, and she made suggestions, and it was just a general input. And then she came to stay with me, and you know, at my house, and we sort of had breakfast, had a little schedule, did our singing, and learnt the songs. And we had lunch, and then we learned some more songs, and it was all very easygoing. And you know, we just had a lovely time sort of discovering them all and sort of learning them in that way.
And Nina, having been involved as a judge on some of those shows in the past, she is the perfect talent show talent, isn't she? Because, as you said before, you know, on the face of it, you just wouldn't have expected this to come from there, and it did, and now an amazing success story follows up.
Yes, and oddly enough, it's generally in a talent contest the person who comes second who comes through. It's rarely the big winner who and you can look down the years, but also the fact that she has grown. But you must remember that Simon Cowell's the man behind all of this, in that he is a very, very clever man, and he will provide the exactly perfect conditions for Susan to give her best performance and to be seen at her best at whatever public thing she does.
Yeah.
So if talking is not her thing, she will not talk a lot.
If you
She
can't
will
let
sing, which is what she does best.
yeah, I can't let you go without just saying, John and Edward, finally off. Are you going to miss them?
Absolutely. They phoned me about 10 minutes ago. Sort of, you know, I miss you already. They're such lovely boys. And, you know, I'll miss them for them because they were lovely to work with. Really, really kind, generous guys.
And are they gutted? How are they feeling?
No, I think they feel great because they know they're going to go out and do loads and loads of fun things now. They've been offered lots of things and they're going to have a great week. So they're
How
not.
smart was Danny last night saying, is this a singing competition? You know, because that's the question. Is it a singing competition or is it a television entertainment programme? And that came down, nobody answered her question.
Call them back, get them to come in. I'd love to see them in here.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll give them a little ring.
Give them a call. Nice to see you both here.
Lovely to
Thank
see you.
you.
Thanks
Thank
ever so
you.
much. OK, let's find out about the weather. And where's Carol? Oh, she's down there. Hello, Carol.
Good morning. Well, it is pouring buckets here in London. It's pouring buckets in other parts of the country as well.